This podcast is produced by the Harwood Productions Podcast Network. To learn more about the network and to find more of our shows, visit us online at www.harwoodpodcast.com.
Hi, I'm Cindy Harris. Welcome to Come for Tea.
Today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite tea sandwiches. It's called Curried Chicken, and I serve it on little squares of wheat bread. Now this first thing is going to seem a little odd, but it really makes a big difference. What I do is I take 2 tablespoons of heavy cream and I put it in a bowl, and I take my whisk and I whisk it for a minute or so just to get it kind of thick and frothy. And then I get some chicken, and this is some leftover roasted chicken that I had. You could also poach some chicken or buy a ready cooked chicken at the grocery store, whatever works. And I go ahead and I cut that up into sort of a fine dice. Just break those pieces up. Then I take the chicken, you can see there's about 3 to 4 cups, and I put that in with that heavy whipping cream that I've already whipped up, and I take my spatula and I just start to mix that together. Now the thing that's great about the whipping cream is then when I go to put in some mayonnaise, and I do use light mayonnaise, I start with just about 2 tablespoons. I see how it's going. If it looks like I need more, I can add another tablespoon, but you can imagine this is a lot less than one would normally use. And then for the curry, I get a mixed yellow curry powder, and I put a teaspoon of that in, and I just start mixing it up. Now, once I get the curry in, I do need to add a little salt and pepper to taste. That's real important. And again, mix it all together. That heavy whipping cream lightens that mayonnaise up just enough. And then I do like to use wheat bread with this curried chicken. And so what I do is I always use bread straight out of the freezer. And I take 2 slices together and I cut off the crusts. That way my little sandwiches, they line up perfectly. And because the bread is frozen, it's going to stay moist longer. I don't want dried out tea sandwiches. So then it's just a matter of taking some of that curried chicken, putting it on the bread, and you'll notice this curry chicken looks very light, but as it's mixed together, it just keeps getting more and more yellow. So by the time you serve it, people not only by the flavor are going to know it's curry, but they're also going to be able to tell by that lovely yellow saffron flavor and color. And then I just put the tops on the sandwiches, and I first start by cutting them in half. And then I always end up cutting each half in half again, because at first I think, that's a small tea sandwich, but the reality is it's still too big. So I cut it again. So I end up getting all these wonderful little square sandwiches, which are just great to put on a tea tray. Now to keep these fresh, my trick is that I take the sandwiches and I put them on a plate. And then what I do is I get some paper towel, and I get it wet in the sink, but I wring it out really, really well, put that on top of the sandwiches, and then with the piece of plastic wrap, and I can put these guys in the refrigerator for at least a couple of hours before I need to serve them, and they will be just delicious, very fresh, very moist. Now, before I close the show today, I just wanted to thank Jen for sending in her email. She had really liked the little tea and toast set that I had used during the Irish tea episodes, and so we were able to link her up with the people that are still manufacturing them. I've had them for years, so I was thrilled to see that they were being made. They're such a great set. Well, this curried chicken tea sandwich has big flavor. It's really easy to put together, so you may want to keep this one in your tea sandwich file.
For more information on this episode, go to our website and visit the Come for Tea show notes. Also, if you have any questions or ideas, send us an email. Thanks for watching. It's time for tea.